morning, viewers. We're going to talk about our latest blog. Avoid startup mistakes while you grow. We have Steve with us and also Riza. And Riza will be asking us questions so that you can have the blog be alive by hearing our answers to her questions. Riza.
This first question is for Steve. Steve, why is planning important?
Planning is very important. Before you start your business venture, putting together a detailed plan has many benefits, but most importantly, it forces you to go through all the different aspects, from market research to the finance to the product to the timing. You should, in fact, be looking out 3 to 5 years. The process of planning forces the entrepreneur to look at what they have to offer. It's also some market research, see what you're competing against, identify customer areas that you think are going to be the most lucrative, and also set measurables, setting your metrics of what will constitute success. So your marketing plan is going to tie in with your finance plan, and really set out a clear vision of what your company is going to be about, what your resources you're going to need, both financial as well as human resources. Really, you work through all the aspects that you have to have this goes along with the vision. So there's a famous quote that says, plans are worthless, but planning is essential. And really the process of putting everything down on paper really forces the entrepreneur to think through as many things as possible. The reason this is important is manyfold. One, it sharpens your mind and focus on what you're trying to do. The second thing is once you are underway in your business, you can refer back to your plan to measure yourself, see what assumptions have changed, what has held, and also get you refocused on what's important. And the third is, if you have a business plan that both has financing and research aspects of it, you can use that plan in it, and you'll need that plan to go raise money, either from banks or investors, or for loans or investment. So you're going to need to have a plan that you can show other people. And if you're trying to recruit some top talent into your business, you may need to show them your business plan as well, so they have an idea of what they're getting into. So plans are essential. The process is essential on so many levels, and it shouldn't be skimped on. I hope that's helpful.
Thank you, Steve. So, Brenda, how should you go about valuing your products?
Well, the first thing one needs to do is to have an understanding of who are your competitors. What are they asking for in terms of prices? But the most important thing is, what makes your product different? If it's different in that it has a value beyond what your competitors are offering, then try to figure out, what would someone pay for that? This is where not going it alone will be very helpful. Asking people, this is what the competition is doing. I am giving this little extra spin. And what do you think this would be worth? Make sure you have a group of experts who can help you with valuing. So many startups decide that if the competition is Walmart and they're selling this at $50, I'm going to sell mine at $40, and people are going to run to me because I am $10 less. Well, can you sustain $10 less? That's where that business plan that Steve just talked about comes into play. You have a bunch of financials. You have an estimate of what it is that you need to achieve in terms of dollars in order to put yourself in a positive cash flow once the revenue starts coming in. There's nothing worse than digging yourself a hole that you're going to have to get out of that might take you 6 months to a year because you undervalued your product. The other thing is that it's the soul. So what if Walmart is selling XYZ at $50? I'm Steve. My product is worth more than what Walmart is getting. That's generic. I'm providing product that is primo and is worth the 60 bucks I want to charge. Now, needless to say, if you put your product out there at $60 and you're still not getting anybody biting, then yeah, you bring your price down. But bringing down makes you feel a lot better than having to take it up. And people wonder, well, what kind of business person is that, 3 months ago, he had it at $40 and now he's fixing it up. He obviously doesn't know what he's doing. That's the negative impact you might have in the marketplace.
Thank you for sharing, Brenda. Very informative. So this is the last question for Steve. Which is better for a startup? Borrow money from the bank or just wait and save money?
Oh, it's much better. You'll be in the process of saving money, of course, but if you can get external financing, either from a bank or even in investors, that allows you to have leverage as you launch your business. I would always go with trying to raise some money with a bank, and also part of the process in the planning and approaching investors and banks for capital is that also forces you to get your story really dialed in. That if you just randomly go ask somebody for a loan and they ask you a few questions and you can't answer them fully, then you're probably not ready to start the business. So the actual process of going to investors and banks seeking capital is very valuable. This is a very old story, but I'm very old. And I just remember this, that the person who founded the Walt Disney Corporation, Walt Disney himself, when he went to want to build his Disneyland out in California, he famously went to 40 or 50 different banks who all turned him down, and not until the last one did he get the loan, which is kind of interesting because now it's considered one of the most, valuable corporations in the world and iconic, and everybody knows the name Disney, but it's hard to believe at one time, they were turning him down for a loan, but it does happen. Kind of a dated story, but nonetheless, the process, though it can be very humbling, of asking people for money and explaining your business plan when money's on the line, really does help dial your plan in. So I would say, and as well, once you do get the money, raise the capital, it also helps keep you accountable to the plan, and it makes you a better entrepreneur, business owner. So I would say that don't be afraid to go to banks looking for money or investors looking for money. It's the
Thank you so much.
My closing remarks are that you will fail. Things will not work the way you planned. Learn from any setbacks you might think you have and move forward, believing in yourself and continuing to grow and learn, because every obstacle you overcome makes you a better business person, and you will definitely succeed and grow in the end.